Good afternoon. I welcome one and all for 49th episode of Creative Talks. I am Supriya Naika hosting this program. The river is a natural stream of flowing water with a significant volume of fresh water. Rivers are found everywhere on every land. They start from source or headwaters area and flow in meandering paths of different speed. Finally, they discharge into a larger river or lakes or most likely into ocean. There are many rivers in Karnataka, including River Kaveri, Krishna, Kabini, Tungabhadra, and many more. To know more interesting about this topic, we have organized one talk on rivers of Karnataka. Before going into the program, going to start the program, I like to brief about Creative. Creative is a group of like-minded people who are eager to gain the new knowledge. Creative. Cre means creativity, active means activeness. Creative means creativity needs activeness. Knowledge Square is our tagline. Sharing of knowledge increases our knowledge. We focus on non-textual, non-academic, non-syllabus concept, vision of Creative to build constructive thinking and progress in various fields. I thank all our resource persons for sharing their knowledge with us. Every Saturday, we are conducting online talks around 3 to 4 on Zoom platform, and also we live streaming our program on our YouTube channel. Today's topic, Rivers of Karnataka. To present this, we have Dr. K. Ganesha Raj sir with us. I welcome you, sir, and I welcome all our Creative volunteers and participants who are present here. And I call Panindra to introduce today's speaker. Over to Pani. Pani, mute again. One minute, Pani. Pani, unmute, Pani. Okay.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಪಣೀಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿವ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೆ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So Dr. K. Ganesh Raj is a geospatial applications scientist of ISRO with more than 35 years of experience. He did his primary education at GPU School, Adakatbail, high school at BM High School, Kasaragodu, and studied in Government College, Kasaragodu, and got his master's from Calicut University. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಅವ್ರ PhD ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಕ್ವೇಕ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇವರು ಇಸ್ರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1984 ಇಂದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂಡರ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದ ಮೇಜರ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಜಿಯಾಲಜಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, earthquakes, landslides, city planning, and more. And he also worked as director for the Response, which was a sponsored research at ISRO headquarters, interfacing with the universities and the institutes towards sponsoring research projects of relevance to space program. And he also worked as general manager at Regional Remote Sensing Center in ISRO at Bangalore. And he got retired on July 31st, 2021. And he published more than 130 scientific papers in national, international journals. And he did his seminars and he also did more than 70 technical reports. And he was awarded ISRO Team Excellence Award for Rajiv Gandhi National Drinking Water Project and Village Resource Center Program. And he's also a fellow member of Karnataka Science and Technology Academy. And he's also a life member of Indian Society of Remote Sensing and Astronomical Society, Environmental Association of Bengaluru too. And also he received an award of ISRO Astronomical Society of India Award for his space science and applications in 2019. And this is his introduction for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Panindra, for introducing our speaker. Sir, over to you.
Can I have first slide, madam?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, yes, I have some difficulty in slide viewing view mode.
Sir?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
So, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. I think ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು. It's a very nice initiative taken by Srinath, of course, and other people. Srinath is to tell me, and I thank Srinath for inviting me, because he has been requesting me for last few months to talk about the rivers of Karnataka, and it took some time for me to really come out with a proper plan. So I would like to talk about rivers of Karnataka, as Madam has already given a brief introduction. ನದಿಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನದಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಆ ನದಿಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಉಗಮ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ನದಿಗಳಿದೆ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. This is Kaveri river. What you are seeing is a nice, beautiful, one of the beautiful rivers, and which feeds a large number of people in Karnataka. Next slide, please. What is a river? As Madam has already told, naturally flowing water along a course or path, fairly big one, and flows for a long distance. Because most of us have seen small streams. Whenever it rains heavily, the water flows. It may be close to the road, or it may be hilly terrain, anywhere. Ultimately, it flows and makes a pathway. It joins a small stream, then big stream, then what then Raja Kaluve ಎಂದು ಕರೀತಿರಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ stream. Then it becomes a larger stream. Then it becomes a river. So it's a long path it follows. Sometimes like Nile River, it is around 6,000 kilometers. We have short rivers also, 50 kilometer or 60 kilometer, 100 kilometer also. It depends on the number of streams coming and joining and the quantum of water it carries. It is called stream or river or last stream, like that. Nadi, Dodda river, Nadi, Athar, again. Smaller water course is called stream, as I told you. Many streams join together to become a river. It originates normally from a mountain. It may be Nandi Hills, or it may be Himalayas, or it may be Western Ghats, or lakes, large lakes. Like it may be Ular Lake, or it may be Dal Lake, or it may be Victoria Lake, like that. Or glaciers. Glaciers are nothing but the river of ice, which is seen in the Himalayan terrain or any snow-covered area. And it flows down slope and joins other stream, other river, other lake, ultimately many times sea or ocean. But there are some rivers which does not join any river or any sea also. Best example, Luni River in Rajasthan. It flows within desert and dies down within desert. And some are perennial, like if it is Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Sindhu, all are very perennial rivers fed by rainwater or by snow melt. But some rivers are non-perennial, like near the Gauribidanur or your area, familiar rivers like Chitravati, Pennair, all Varkavati, they're all non-perennial rivers and seasonal rivers. Next slide, please. This is the conceptual diagram of a river, like starts from a mountain, flows down, ultimately joins sea or a large lake or other river. It has small streams coming and joining. It's called stream network or drainage network. And when two small drainage join, it becomes second order, third order, like that. It is a geomorphology classification. I will not go more on that. Stream ranking is there. What is the pattern? Dendritic pattern, rectangular pattern, trellis pattern. There are so many patterns are there. If the stream network is large, means the runoff or flow is very large. If it is less, means water is flowing inside. Infiltration is high. So this is an example of that. Next, please. I will show a satellite image. This is a satellite image of Kaveri River Basin. if you see the KRS, Krishna Sagar is there, which is the upstream of Krishna Sagar is basically, you can see small networks like that is basically stream network and joining and becoming a river like Lakshman Tirtha, Hemavati, all coming joining. Then further down it comes the Mandya command area, Pandavapura, Srirangapatna, like that. Then further down it takes sharp right turn, and that is where it joins, little down it joins with Kabini river. So then further it goes to Tamil Nadu side. You see whatever is in the right extreme Mandya area is all command area where crops are grown using the canal network of this KRS. And we have a lot of black feature you are seeing is water bodies where water is collected during the rainy season. This is the best example of how the satellite data helps in studying the river system and water bodies. Next, please. You can see a beautiful map of India with the large number of rivers. India has more than 500 large rivers. Of course, I'm telling you large means not like Ganga. And the major river systems are Ganga, the one of the major river system feeding India, Ganga river system, which has tributaries like Chambal, Yamuna, Kosi, Gandak, Budi Gandak, so on like that. Then next we have Brahmaputra on the northern side, northeastern side, which is actually originating in Manasa Sarovar Lake and the Rakshas Lake. It comes and ultimately through Arunachal Pradesh it enters India, entire Assam Valley it flows and comes and joins Ganga in Bangladesh, and it joins Bay of Bengal, making one of the largest delta in the world, Sundarbans. Then we have Indus or Sindhu Nadi, which is basically again in the same Manasarovar Rakshas Lake area only originating, flowing towards Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir side. Then Punjab, some tributaries of Jhelum, Zenab, Ravi, Bia, Satluj is there. Then it goes in Pakistan side and joins the Arabian Sea, making them again one of the largest delta in that area. Then we have rivers like Mahanadi, Narmada, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Penner like that. We have a large number of river basins, a large basin. This is a classic example of river boundary, river and transboundary basin of India. Next, please. Now coming to rivers of Karnataka. There are major 7 river systems. Krishna, which occupies around 59.48% of the entire geographical area of Karnataka, largest river basin, which has tributaries like Tungabhadra, Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, Bhim, Don, like that. Then next largest is Kaveri river basin. Of course, mostly we hear news about Kaveri river basin only more than Krishna, because it is very close to, flowing close to Bangalore, and a lot of inter-state dispute is there. Then comes the North Penna river, which is fed by some streams originating in Nandi Hills. Then South Penna, again Nandi Hills is the source for starting these rivers. Then Palar also. Then west flowing rivers, it also contributes significantly, 12.73%. And it starts from Karwar to Mangalore or Ullala like that. Number of rivers are there, Karaka, Sharavati, Kali, then Chakra, Swarna, Netravati, like the Mulki river, like number of rivers are there, which has large number of water, but short distance rivers from Western Ghats to Arabian Sea. Next, please. This is the river map of Karnataka. As I told you, the left side is river map, right side is the land use and land cover. Bhu Balake ಮತ್ತು ಭೂ ಕವಚದ ನಕ್ಷೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ reservoirs ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. We have large number of reservoirs. On Krishna, we have large number of reservoirs. And next, please. This is the example. I just thought a blown up area I'm showing you. The northern part of Karnataka. We have the Upper Krishna project, the Almaty Dam, or then we have Narayanpur Dam, then the Tungabhadra Dam, Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, all this, and large number of water bodies. The blue dots are water bodies actually. And we have a good river network and flowing through the northern Karnataka, and mainly fed by the rainfall in the Western Ghats in Maharashtra as well as in Karnataka. Because otherwise, this Bijapur, Gulbarga, Raichur area receives quite low rainfall. As you all know, all these rivers are fed by rainwater. If there's a good rain, there will be good flow in the river. There may be flooding also, but there will be good flow. If the rainfall is less, the flow is less. So if there's a continuous drought, the rivers becomes dry. If there is a very good rainfall, it becomes in flood it will be mostly. And we have a lot of reservoirs also built to harvest this water. And fortunately, normally these Western Ghats of Maharashtra and Karnataka receives very good rainfall. So most of these reservoirs gets full. And especially from 2017 onwards, we have very good rainfall. Next, please. The southern part of Karnataka, as I told you, mostly fed by Kaveri River and part by our this Tungabhadra and other dam area, this part of Krishna River only. Then west flowing rivers also are there. And we have smaller river basins like Pala, North Pennar, South Pennar, like that. We have a good number of reservoirs like KRS, Kabini, Yemavati. Then we have Yagachi, like that. We have good reservoirs also. And large number of tanks or lakes. Karnataka has around 40,000 lakes, which are more than 3 hectares and above, which is really helping the irrigation sector largely. Next, please. Coming to the major river, Krishna River, which is basically, as I told you, drawing almost 60% of the Karnataka state, which has tributaries like Bhima, Tungabhadra, Malaprabha, Ghataprabha, which are also equally big rivers. It's an interstate river, and it originates in Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra and flows through Maharashtra, then Karnataka, then Telangana, then Andhra, and joins the Bay of Bengal. And here, basically, it is having a large delta also near it joins Amsala Devi in AP. Its a catchment area is very large. It is 258,000 square kilometers, out of which 113,000 square kilometers in Karnataka alone. It is like a lifeline of Karnataka, especially the northern and central Karnataka. Helps in producing a large number of food grains. If there is no water in Krishna, certainly our production will come down. We'll have very tough time. Sugarcane, jowar, ragi, all will get affected. Paddy, all. Next, please. This is the entire river basin using satellite data, AWIPS data from Indian remote satellite. Next. This is the again a basin view with the entire state, all the basin is covered, and Tamil, Andhra, Telangana also covered. You can see large number of reservoirs are there, large number of mini dams are there. So much water is used of this river, and you are very much aware there's a lot of controversy between states for further using it. It's one of the live river which helps 3-4 states to grow the food grain in plenty. Next, please. Kaveri River, which is most of you are familiar, rises in Talkaveri on the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats in Kodagu district at an elevation of 1,341 meters above mean sea level. The catchment area is 81,115 square kilometers, out of which Karnataka has a large number of area, and it has principal tributaries of in Karnataka are Arangi, Hemavati, Lakshman Tirtha, Kabini, Simsha, Arkavati, and Suvarnavati. In Tamil Nadu, it is Amaravati, Noil, Bhavani, and it joins Bay of Bengal near Pumpuhar of Tamil Nadu, which are, as you can see the basin also. Next, please. This is the Kaveri River basin. The satellite image webpost I would like to highlight who are not very familiar. The red color indicates vegetation or trees, like the forest areas, cropped area like that. And the white color is all open, the open ground where no crop or no vegetation is there. And this white, of course, right side extreme white is cloud actually. And you see that river joins, there's a large delta is formed in the Pumpur and the Tamil Nadu part of area, Tanjavur Delta. Next, please. This is the land cover of Kaveri River Basin. I would like to highlight this type of maps have been prepared for all the basins, and all the entire country has been covered under one project called Water Resources Information System, WRIS. You all can visit that site. It is freely available. Any river basin, any river is covered. You can download also, you can use this information for various activities. Next, please. This is a Kaveri River Basin, as I told you. One interesting I want to highlight further. So far, whatever the river stream comes in joins is called tributary. But as the river reaches the delta region or a flat terrain, it distributes water called distributaries. So the southern, if you see the right extreme end, that's how distributory network is there. River is distributing and becoming very slow because a river has a lot of stages. The youthful stage near the origin point, it is very powerful. It corrodes, gushes down with waterfalls, all those things. Then it attains little maturity. It slows down, flows slowly, meandering. Then ultimately, when it comes to the coastal area or a lake area, it ultimately loses its energy, becomes old, matured, and becomes very flat, deposits all the materials brought and makes large delta. So this is a normal way of a river from youthful to old, and the river mouth normally will have very huge delta. Next, please. Coming to rivers originating from Nandi Hills, because our Srinath had specifically requested me, sir, kindly highlight about the rivers originating in Nandi Hills. So we have 6 rivers originating in Nandi Hills. Basically, Arkavati, which is very popular, around 193 kilometer length. Then you have Chitravati, 205 kilometer length. Then Papagni, 126 kilometer. Uttara Pinakini or Pennar, 597 kilometers, one of the longest. Then Dakshina Pinakini or Ponnayar, it is 497 kilometers. Then Palar, 348 kilometers. Mostly all these rivers are non-perennial. If there is a good rainfall, this will have what? Like last year, last November, etc. Most of the rivers were overflowing, and because of the heavy rain in the last November. So if there is a good rainfall, flow will be there. No rainfall, it will be dry. It will be a ground. You cannot make out the river at all. That is the story of these rivers. Next, please. This is the Nandi Hills and surrounding area seen on satellite image of 1984. If you see a lot of white the patches in the southern portion is basically all lakes or water bodies, which of course are not there now. Next image, please. You see in 2020, most of those water bodies have disappeared. It is not there. It has become either dry, totally dry and gone, or some other activity taken over in those areas. Next, please. This is the stream network map I've taken from our own website called Bhuvan. All people who are not familiar, kindly visit Bhuvan website of NRSC or ISRO, which has voluminous data on river network for entire country. This is the example of that. The central, you are seeing the dark patch here is Nandi Hills, the north-south ridge, and we have blue lines all are the stream networks. Next, please. Arkavati River. Its origin, the left you are familiar, near that Nandi Hills. Then Sangama with the Kaveri River. And one of the most popular and polluted tributary, Vrishabhavati, which origins from Sankey Tank and flows down and joins Bairamangala Reservoir, then ultimately Arkavati. The story of Arkavati. A lot of effort to rejuvenate is going on, but one important point for rejuvenating all this river is if there is a good amount of rainfall, it gets life. If the rainfall is less, it is almost dead. But the sewage water, which is coming from Kaveri River, about 100 kilometers from Bangalore, is used and treated and left to these rivers like Rishabhavati, which gets a lot of water. And as you are familiar, now the treated sewage from Belandur Valley also is supplied to many parts of Kolar and Chikballapur districts to fill the tanks. So this interbasin transfer is happening. Otherwise, as such, these rivers are mostly dry rivers. Next, please. This is a network. All these blue lines we are seeing, these areas are stream network of flowing small first order stream, second order stream, then third order, like that. Then rivers, the Pennar, Pala, all rivers are there. If you see this central post near that water road streams and rivers down, there is Nandil's area where you have a lot of rivers originating and flowing towards north and south and east. Next, please. The Pennar Basin map, we can see clearly the large number of rivers coming and joining. Ultimately, it is joined near Utkuru in Nellore to the sea, Bay of Bengal. Next, please. Satellite image, you can see the Kadapa geological basin very clearly, a different rock type here. That's why the arcuate shape, kidney bean shape, and all rivers are dry. That's why it looks white. The sand is exposed. It is not having water. Next. You can see the southern portion here, the Jaimangali River, the adjacent this Chitravati River, then you have Pennar River, Papagni River, like that. I don't know whether you are able to read or not, because I am not able to point. So the point is because I am not able to share my file. So these are the river networks origin from the Nandils and joining this Pennar Basin. Next, please. Palar and Ponnayar River Basin also. You can see the Ponnayar, which is basically fallen very close to Bangalore, from Oskote tank and further coming down and join the Elemalapacheti, then all those things, Hebbal Lake, all contribute to this Ponnayar and Belandur Valley, Madiwala, then Agara, all lead to this one. And it gets a lot of water now, the treated sewage water from the Kaveri River water comes to Bangalore, because we get around 1,400 million liters per day, out of which 90% goes as waste and comes through these valleys, especially Madiwala, Koramangala, Belandur Valley, which starts even that Majestic area onward, that water comes to this area. So this has some water because of that. Then of course that Palar has very less water. It's not having fed by any except rain. So ultimately this becomes like Palar, Pennar or Ponnayar river basins and joins Bay of Bengal. Next, please. But what has happened reverse now? Because all are very familiar, I'm sure. Pollution is one of the serious problems of rivers. Encroachment and rivers drying and river diversion. And there are so many other things which are happening very specific to some rivers. Next, please. Recently, a report has come from Central Pollution Control Board. They studied 521 rivers across country. Found that 323 rivers have polluted structures, including 17 in Karnataka. What is the major reason? Discharge of sewage and industrial waste is the main reason. You go to any river, anywhere, this is the problem. All major rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Godavari, Narmada, Krishna, Kaveri are polluted. The latest report by one Times of India, and one nice article has come. You can have a look. See, bottom you can see the sewage entering directly, and here plastic waste and solid waste dumped into the river. What will happen? Water is polluted only, no other way. Next, I will show a study done by regional remote sensing center south for Kaveri River from Krishna Sagar Dam to Satyagala. 60-kilometer stretch was studied. If you see the satellite image of the red is KRS Sagar actually here. The top one is of 1990 February satellite image, and the bottom satellite image is of 2019. Means almost 30 years difference. The most urban areas have grown, agricultural activities increased. What is the result? Urbanization, industrialization, agriculture increased. Contribute river pollution because sewage, the chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, insecticides used find way to the river. And if you map the growth of urban areas, a lot of areas here, of course, you're not able to make out here. The down one table is there. How much population has increased? What is the area of the town has increased, like Kollegal, Malavalli, Mandya, Mysore, and most of the cities do not have a proper sewage treatment plants. That's one more dangerous thing. Except large cities, small cities do not have their own STPs. So result is, if you see the left side here, the leftmost satellite of the picture is sewage entering river near Bannu. Top you see in the Karekura village, people are washing clothes. That leaves soap water. So this is what happened. Ultimately, river water samples collected and analyzed also and found that there is increase in biological oxygen demand and coliform bacteria observed in many areas. And there is a significant deterioration of the quality of water of Kaveri River. Next, please. We did one more important and interesting study for Bangalore and surrounding. This is a Bangalore and surrounding area, the Belandur and Vartur areas, the southeastern part of Bangalore. This 1965 satellite data called Corona, not that disease what we have Corona. It is a satellite, American spy satellite. The data is made available now free. Anybody can download and use it. We can see the circled areas where the network of streams or drainage is quite large, and lakes also. Next image, please. Same area you can see how much reduction and how much area the streams have been lost, lakes have gone. We have got now HSR layout, Koramangala, all those areas, Maratha Lake coming here. The result is what? Flood. We have a lot of flooding happening in Bangalore due to such a disappearance of lakes and drainages. Next slide, please. This is an example, inventory of Bangalore lakes. We did using multi-date satellite data in 1965 and 2017. We have 484 lakes in 1965, 407 in 2017. We lost large number of lakes. Next, please. Not only lakes, we lost stream network. We lost around 352 kilometer length of first order, second order, and third order streams. Even what they call so-called Rajakalways, which are third or fourth order, fifth order, have been reduced in size and depth. So result is, if there is a rainfall, very less rainfall, also there is flooding because there is no carrier, there is no stream to carry the water. Roads are becoming streams, layouts are becoming flooded. Even 2 days back, heavy rain, there were flooding in many parts of Bangalore. Because the stream network is tampered, leveled and layouts have been made. And we have lost around 87 lakes in Bangalore, because the red portion in this right side image is all lost lakes, which may be Majestic Bus Stand, Kantireva Stadium, or it may be that what you call JP Nagar fourth phase, like that. So many dollar colonies, they're all old lakes. And because of that, flooding is very common in large cities. And it is not only large cities now, very sad that is spreading into small towns also. It's a very dangerous trend. Next, please. Coming to, we did some study for Vrishabhavati Valley. What is the change happening? Vrishabhavati Valley had around 51 lakes in cadastral maps of 1900. In 1965, it had 38 lakes. In 2008, it had 13 lakes. Fortunately, after 2008, no further breaching of lakes or conversion of lakes, because on good effort by government, stopped all breaching of lakes from 2008 onwards. So we have still 13 lakes left out in this valley. Come to drainage pattern. Similarly, we lost a lot of drainage pattern till 2008. Next, please. We can see the changes happening. Ennur Lake, what happened? The layouts. Challagatta Lake has become a golf course. Vilekanalli Lake has become a JP Nagar fourth phase. Kempamudu Lake reduced in size. Gunjurkere plantation. Agara Lake fortunately sustained with reduced size. This is what the lake status now. Next, please. What we can do? This is a very serious question. All of us have to think actually, because government is also spending a large number of money for protecting or conserving rivers. You all are aware of Namami Ganga project. Earlier was Ganga Action Plan. Last 30 years it is going on, because huge number of towns and cities on Ganga are leaving their sewage to Ganga. So there are a lot of actions are being taken. It is same story in Narmada or some stretches of Kaveri or some stretches of Krishna, industrial evolution and urbanization. So what we can really do? We have to really think. What step you can take? Sewage treatment plants, so that the water doesn't, the treated water only goes to the river. Don't throw solid waste, plastics, garbage to rivers. Protect rivers by so many things can be done. But it is not only government, each individual has to do it. I request all of you to think in this line and protect our water body, not only river, even a lake nearby, or a pond nearby, or a Kalyani nearby. We need to protect. Then only we will have a sustained development, sustained water availability for long time. Otherwise, we all will have a very tough time. Waterborne diseases, health problems, lack of water, everything will be there, and we will not have really a peaceful life at all. I request all of you to think and give suggestions so that we can work together in that direction. Next slide, please. This is my last slide. My wish is that this should be eternally flowing like this. This is a Gaganachukki waterfall in Kaveri, a beautiful one segment. So if we are getting water like this, pure and nice, that is the real life. Thank you very much. I wanted people to suggest or discuss so that we can have a proper plan. It is not only for presentation, it is really for action plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. If any questions, you can unmute and ask. If any questions are there, you can ask, sir. Sir, give some more information about Vrishabhavati, sir.
See, Vrishabhavati, basically what happens is it originates near Sankey Tank. Then it flows down where that our Malleshwaram area, then Vakalipuram, then comes, then one branch starts from Pinya area. So, see, what the root cause for all this river degeneration is initially no one thought when urbanization was picking up to treat the sewage water or waste effluents. They used to simply leave to the nearest water body or nearest stream or nearest river. So now the industrial effluents from Pina and all the domestic sewage from all this residential area enters Rashabhavati, and treatment starts only down near Mysore Road. If you
Yes,
know
sir.
the Mysore Road area,
Bangalore University.
Bangalore city
It
area
crosses.
come, but further
Yes.
large one is near the Mysore Road, Kengeri. Before Kengeri, there were large number of sewage treatment plants. But till that time, that same wastewater comes. So there should be one thing is, see, okay, we cannot blame initially anybody, it happened, but after 1992 Earth Summit and a lot of problems, everybody is woken up now. So now the focus is to treat water where it originates. Like if you have ISRO, for example, most of the campuses have their own sewage treatment plants. Waste is not let out. So similarly, each industry is going to have their own treatment plants. Everybody cannot have. So there are common effluent treatment plants. Then if they don't throw simply to the river or stream, they can protect. Effort is on now, but and domestic sewage treatment also is now planned, like a small treatment plants. Then you leave, then carry the sewage by pipelines, long distance, not leave to streams, but it takes long time to revive. It is not easy because once it is damaged, the damaged action takes long time to recover because it is a effort required in, if you know now, a effort is made now from a care market area, water to be treated and sent through that near double road, Shantinagar, and up to Belandur, like a waterway, a beautiful waterway they want to make. Effort is on, but it is not done yet, and the treatment plant is also being set up, is going on, huge money spent. And now what they plan doing is, in many areas, small treatment plants are set up. Treat the water, take by pipeline further down, or leave till late. No, don't leave as such. And large apartments, now they made it mandatory, above 50 apartments, to treat the water and reuse it. Like so that for gardening, flushing like that, they don't want. So I feel maybe next 10 years or 15 years, you may see some change. Till that time, I really have a concern about further damaging only, not really improving it. And it is everybody has to take their own steps by how to really manage it, even apartment level, industrial level, individual level, and the all government schemes of BWSSB, BBMP all should work together so that Rashabhavati becomes revived maybe next 10 years or 15 years.
Hopefully, sir. Hopefully.
What do you want, madam? Because it is possible. I don't say nothing is impossible. I was reading an article like Thames was like this in 1960s. They recovered it. So nothing is impossible.
Any questions from audience?
Any question or any query or any suggestion? I don't call question because it is basically a collective effort.
Yes, sir. Sir, how ISRO is working about this conservation or reforming like that?
ISRO, what normally we do is, see, these are all the works we have done based on the request of the Karnataka Lake Conservation Development Authority. And that is for Bangalore and surrounding. But water resources information system, we are prepared for entire country based on the request from Central Water Commission. It's a combined work by Central Water Commission and ISRO, the work of around 5 to 6 years, and which has helped the government to have a lot of action plan for rejuvenating, reviving, and conserving our rivers. It's available openly also. You can all access it. WRIS, Water Resources Information System. ISRO works with the, see, ISRO basically provides information only. ISRO is not going to really do anything because ISRO is not implementing agency. It is basically a information generating agency only. Over to you, madam.
Okay, sir. I think no questions from audience, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Panindra?
ಸರ್
Okay, you can ask.
ಸರ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಉತ್ತರ ಪಿನಾಕಿನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ನದಿ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು 20 years ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನದಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಮಳೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಒಂದೇನಾ ರೀಸನ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? 20 years ಇಂದ ಹರಿದಿರಾ, ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕಿದಂಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು?
ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳಿದ ಉತ್ತರ ಪಿನಾಕಿನಿನ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಉತ್ತರ ಪಿನಾಕಿನಿ.
ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಉತ್ತರ ಪಿನಾಕಿನಿ ನದಿ ಮಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಹರಿಯಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಳೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನದಿ ಹರಿಯೋದು. ಮಳೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನದಿ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಹರಿಯುತ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೆಯುವ ಬೆಳೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು. ನೀರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಅದು ಇದ್ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಭೂಜಲವನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಮಳೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹರಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆದು ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಭತ್ತ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಬೇಕು, ಕಬ್ಬು ಬೇಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಬೇಕು, ಜೋಳಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು, ರಾಗಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೇಕು. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇವಾಗ, ನೀರಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡದೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣ. ಈ ನೀರಿನ ಮೂಲಗಳು ಬತ್ತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ನೀರನ್ನು ಬೋರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಎತ್ತಿ 1000 ಮೀಟರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ, ಅದು ಹರಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಳೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಹರಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಆಗ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನೆರೆನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರೀ ಮಳೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಮರಳು ಎತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನದಿಯಿಂದ ಹರಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ.
ಮರಳು ಎತ್ತಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮರಳಿದ್ರೇನೆ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಅದು ಅದರಿಂದ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಮರಳಂದ್ರೆ ಮರಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮರಳಿಗೆ ನೀರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನೀರ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸರಿ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್? ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ.
ಸಜೆಷನ್. ಹಲೋ,
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ, ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಸರ್ ರಿವರ್ ಬತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್?
ಹೌದು.
ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರಿವರ್ ನಾವು ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಹೊರತು ಅದನ್ನ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅದೊಂದು ಮೈನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಜನ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು ಯಾವಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಯಾವುದೇ ನದಿ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಕೆರೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ನನಗೇನು ಲಾಭ ಅಂತ ನನಗೇನು ಲಾಭ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚದವ್ರು. ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಜನರು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಮಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮಳೆ ಇದ್ರೇನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಜೀವ ಇರೋದು. ಜೀವನ ಬರೋದು ಮಳೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನೀರಿರುವಂತ ನದಿಯಿಂದ ನೀರನ್ನು ತರಬೇಕು. ಇಂಟರ್ಬೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೀರು ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರದಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಳೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ನೀರನ್ನು ಶುದ್ಧೀಕರಿಸಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬಹುದು, ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೂಲಭೂತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನೀರನ್ನು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆಯಿಂದ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು. ನೀರಿನ ಮೂಲಗಳು ಬತ್ತಿ ಹೋಗದಾಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಆದಷ್ಟು. ಆವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ರಿವರ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು
ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಸರಿನೇ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಅದು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕಂತೂ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಜ್ಞೆ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ನದಿ ಮೂಲ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಕೆರೆ ಮೂಲ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರದನ್ನ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೂ. ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅದನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಸರ್
ಹೇಳಿ
ಸರ್, ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಈ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ನೀರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಶುದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚಿಕ್ಕಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರ ಏರಿಯಾದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆರೆಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ನಾಳೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀರು. ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇಫ್ ಅಂತ ಸರ್?
ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಮ್ಮ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕುಡಿಬಹುದು. ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ, ಮಲೇಷ್ಯಾದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನೀರೇ ಕುಡಿಯೋದು ಅವರು. ಇವರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಅರಿವಿಲ್ಲ. ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕುಡಿಬಹುದು ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
ಸರ್. ಅದು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ನ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಪಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಆ ತರ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಸುತ್ತ ಇರೋ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊಲಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆತರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರೋ ನೀರೋ ಪಲ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ನೀರ್ನ ನಾವೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿರೋ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ ಅದು?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್, ನನಗೆ ಅವರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಶುದ್ಧೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಈ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಶುದ್ಧೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಷ್ಟೇ.
ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೌಟು.
ಹೇಳಿ
ಸರ್. ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ಈ ತರ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ನ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋರು, ಬಟ್ ಲೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಏನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅದ್ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ರಿವರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ರು, ನದಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ರು ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ. ಆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅದು ದಾಟಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಲೆಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರೋದು, ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಅದು
ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬಯೋ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೀರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಬಯೋ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀರು ಶುದ್ಧ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸಂಶಯನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವ ಸರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ?
ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಪನೀಂದ್ರ ಅವರೇ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೇಪರ್ ಬಂದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅವರು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀರು ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೆರೆಯ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಕೆರೆ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜೇಡಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅದು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಬೆಡ್ ತರ ಆಗಿ ನೀರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಶುದ್ಧ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು. ನನಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅರಿವಿಲ್ಲದ ಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದನ್ನ
ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗದೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಟರ್ಸರಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಶುದ್ಧೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರ BOD ಅನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 10 ತರಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಈಗ ಬಯೋ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್,
ಬಯೋ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಏರಿಯಾ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ ಬಯೋ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡೋದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರದ್ದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಇತಿಮಿತಿಗಳಿವೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಈವನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್?
ಹೌದು, ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಇತಿಮಿತಿಗಳಿದೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಇವಾಗ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ಅದೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಅದ್ರ ಸಂಶಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲವೋ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ನೀರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಾಗ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಗಿಡಗಳು ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ, ಅದು ಏನ್ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಹೇಳಕ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್? ಎನಿ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ನಿಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಪಿಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಶಲಿ ನದಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆತರ ಪಿಕ್ಚರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ರೂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ತರ ಏನು ನೋಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳಿಸೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you very much.